Hey, Jim Hall here. Just wanted to, oops, didn't mean to click on that button. Just wanted to spend some time with you today. What I want to cover today is how to create a fan page and some of the uses maybe for a business or some of the uses for a fan page as just a person. Now, this is some stuff that a lot of people don't really cover. But what I want to do is, I want to start to grow a relationship with you and show you that I'm more than just a business partner, but I also have a lot of good information that may just help you out in life. So let's go ahead and get right down to it, and let's go ahead. The page you need to go to create a Facebook fan page is facebook.com/pages/create. You can see that right up here. Okay. If you can't find it, here's a little trick. You can go to Google. So many people don't use Google enough. You can find anything in Google. So let's say you want to create a fan page. So I start with a quote mark there, and I type in create a fan page. And the reason for the quotes is to narrow the search. Okay, that'll bring back a lot less searches. And then this one right here, create a fan page, create a page, Facebook. Okay, and then you can see this is important to look for, the actual domain of the site that you're wanting to get to. Another thing I see a lot of people doing that you don't need to do is a lot of people go to Google and search for whatever site they're wanting to go to. If you want to go to Ford.com, you can come right up here and just type in Ford.com and go straight there. You don't have to go to Google and search for Ford.com. Okay, so that's something I see a lot of people doing. The risk, of course, is if you want to go to Ford.com and you just type in, Ford. Okay. Now, the first one in this instance is Ford, but here you see the second one is Coconut Point Ford, and then so you can get off track that way. It's much better to go straight to the URL that you're trying to go to, especially like my domain for my main business is creativethoughts.net. Now, if I searched for it in here, because we've been around a while, yeah, it's there, okay, and so are a lot of other versions of it. But let's say that I just started a new business in the last couple of days, let's just say how to create a fanpage.com. Okay, so you never know what you're going to get. See, this is com.howtocreateafanpage.com.Garina. Okay, so that's just one little tip to show you there. If you want to go direct to a page, go right up here in your browser and go direct to it. If you want to go to Google, you can search Google right over here, and then you can do your searching. So, and like I say, always use quotes, like how to make money online. That will return a lot less results, a lot more focused on what you're looking for. And this, oops, I left out a letter there. That's why it's asking me if I want something else. I thought that was a little low for results, but this is really good if you want to search for things like books or movies or a review. Like, let's say you want to do a review on Amway, for instance. If you type it in quotes, you'll only get 31,000 results. If you take away the quotes, check out the difference. 5.63 million results. Okay, so now it's given you the results for pretty much everything. Where when you put the quotes in, it gives you the results for just review on Amway. Okay, So I don't want to beat that to death too much. Hopefully that's some good value for you, but that's not what I was going to talk about. So we'll move along from there. Again, the reason we went here was create a fan page right down here. And even on that, you can see there's 439 million. And there's only 714,000 this way. Now, a lot of people do search this way because this is what's being taught in schools. And I say that because and when we go into keyword research and things like that, this really makes a big difference for getting placements, and I'll show you some ways to see exactly what people are searching for. All right, so let's move along to creating a fan page. And over here, you can pretty much pick anything you want. There are some slight differences. I usually go into the artist, band, or public figure, and just pick business person. If anything in here is more specific to you, then you can pick that, like a dancer, designer, entertainer. Obviously, I'm an entrepreneur, but I still usually just pick business person, even if it's for what I'll show you in a minute is just kind of a catch-all site that I use. So we're going to go ahead and pick on business person. I'm going to name it Jim's Lesson Site. And we're going to move on to the next page. Okay. Now in here, you'll want to tell people what it's about, like it says there. So let's say that you want to have videos for instruction. Okay, so you could type that in. You could put in your website if you have one. If you don't have one, Friday we'll talk about how to get one. Okay, so I'm just going to put in creativethoughts.net. That's my main site. Is Jim's Lesson Site a real celebrity or famous person? We're going to push no, and then we're going to save the info. Okay, now for profile picture, you can right-click here and open link in a new tab, and that was right on your name here. And then you can take and right-click here and copy the image location. And then you can import from a website. Make sure you don't have two HTTPs there, because I thought I might. And then that will load up your default picture. So you can do that with any of your pictures. If you have some photos in here you want, you can go right in here and do copy image location. Come back over here. And then we'll do try another, since we already tried one. And then we can import. Okay, so that's a real simple way to do that. Okay, and then so I'm going to go back actually, because I don't want that one, but copy image location. Try another URL. So that makes that really super simple. You can go look on your computer for one if you want, but now most of your pictures are right on your Facebook, so there's no reason to not just right-click right here and go over there to it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and save our photo there. That's going to move us over here, and I'm going to skip favorites for now. I don't like to get too many favorites on my site as I'm just building it. It kind of gives people too many ways to go, too many options to look at on your page. So I'm going to skip that. And then let's say that you are that you are starting a business. I don't think I would do this right at the very start. This must be new. This hasn't been in here before. What this is, though, is it's a way to boost your site so that people will get a chance to see you. Okay, and this is actually really neat. I was going to show you how to do this, but sort of at a later time. So what you can do in here is, let's say that you do funny videos. Okay, you can type in funny videos here, and you can pay a little bit of money, and then you can actually get likes directly from Facebook that way. And you can change this to whatever age you want. what I tend to do for aging is I tend to do 5 years around my years. So I'm now 40, so I would put in 35 to 45. And the reason for that is I have a little more in common with those type of people, and hopefully you're kind of in that same range, because that's what I tend to do around most of my advertising, if I have a chance to target an age. I don't always have that chance, but I feel like I can connect more with that group of people than I can with an 18-year-old, because I just don't know the music. I don't know, I don't know the things going on in an 18-year-old or a 65-year-old's life, as well as I know, the last 5 years and potentially the next 5 years. I would always do all for gender, unless I was doing something really specific, like my wife Christy's been into nails lately, so that might be something. If you're going to do nail decorating or something like that, you may go ahead and click on the women button. Not a lot of men paint their nails or put stickers on their nails. Not that none do. Don't want to say that, but for the majority of the people, women do their nails. So that would be one instance that would be useful for you. Then you have a daily budget. Now be real careful with this daily budget. This does not mean this means exactly what it says. If you set this to $10, you're going to spend $10. If you set it to $20, you're going to set it to $20. You're going to spend $20 per day. Okay, so be careful with any of the budgets that are set. Most of them, through Facebook specifically, you will spend this amount of money. There's a lot of other places. We do some advertising on Bing and stuff like that, and they'll slow it down slower than what you expect, and you may or may not spend that money. But I kid you not, every ad I've ever done for Facebook has spent the entire budget, and it's come close to the estimations here. You see, that's a pretty broad estimate of your likes. You're still advertising to people, so they may or may not like your page. That's totally up to them. So keep that in mind too. You may have to tweak. You may have to learn a little bit about exactly how to market in order to get that up higher. So anyways, so this particular, because it's a brand new site, you got $5 to $20. This will get up to, I've seen some people's sites up to as far as $300,000 a day. So as your site grows, it will increase and let you do more of this. But in the beginning, it's not going to let you do a whole lot. It used to be actually that you couldn't even do this until you had 100 likes. So that must be something new as well. And then this run ad continuously. I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory. You'd have to figure out how you're going to do it, what you want. Maybe you want to spend $20 a day for 7 days versus $10 a day for 14 days. I don't know. I don't know what you might want to do there. Okay, so I'm going to skip this because I'm just doing this for a lesson. I don't have a need to actually show this. So I'm going to skip that. All right, now we get right into the fan page itself. Okay, and I'm going to skip through these real quick because I'm going to go ahead and like my page as the first person to like it. Next, okay, this here will show page likes and notifications, messages. So we'll kind of get into what everything is around your page, but what I want to do now is I want to show you about the cover. And here's something too. I said a lot of people don't use Google enough. I don't try to keep track of a lot of things, so what I do is, oops, my lesson site. Stuff is always changing on the fan page. If you've seen fan pages for a while, you know this isn't at all what the fan page used to look like. I really used to liked how the fan page was. Nonetheless, it is what it is, and Facebook will change it again, and they'll change picture size, and they'll change all kinds of stuff. So, that being said, before you add a cover, it's useful to go to Google and put in Facebook cover size. And again, it's usually useful to put in quotes. Okay, so I meant to actually pull this up before I started on this so I'd have it there, but that's cool to show you how easy it is to find stuff. So here's the official Facebook cover photo size is 851 by 315. Now this page should show all the sizes for all the things. Let me see if it does. I was hoping to find that one. Let's see if I can find that real quick. Facebook cover photos, Facebook cover dimensions, the ultimate. I'll just put in Facebook image sizes. Okay. So there you go. This will show you what size all the images are on your page. So that's really important to know, because then you can really make your pictures to fit. Okay, and that way your site really starts to look like you're designing it on purpose. Okay, so your newsfeed image, your big size image, you got all the different sizes for all the different things here. Now you'd have to go through and find exactly what it is you want, but okay, so here we have an image that is, if you follow all these arrows around, I'm not quite sure why they haven't broken up quite as much as they do, but like for instance, this gap between here is 164 pixels, and that way if you work on the 164 pixel area, then you won't be covered up by your profile picture. Okay, and that's pretty important. You see here, uh-oh, how did I get where'd my cover go here? This had a cover yesterday. That's interesting. So let me go to a different one of my pages. Go to Friends Making Money. Okay, you see how the Think Bigger is slightly covered up. That's because sizes have changed recently. We'll go to another one here, creativethoughts.net. This one's covering slightly too. This one's not near as important because it's not really anything in particular. But as you can see, this has changed since I've worked on this as well. So those are little things. The more professional that they look, the better off you're going to do. Let me come back here. I don't know why. There it is. Okay, see, this has changed too. So I need to, let me see if I can move this a little bit. Reposition. Nope. See, we have it fit exactly right, only the sizes have changed. So I need to come in here and change that sometime soon. And I'll work on that in the next couple of days. Okay, and here's another good point. This says Jim and Christy Hall here. This change cover won't be there for you if you were to go and look at my page. And that's the reason there that it's right where it is. See, it's right above this line here. If you look here, it shows you that measurement, 274 pixels to there. So anytime you're working on your images, you have all your breakdowns here of where exactly you are. You have 140 pixels between the top of your page of your image here and this line here. So it gives you a really lot of breakdown area to make sure that you're doing the best you can. What did it say there? Okay. So that being said, you have 851 pixels by, where's the whole image? By 315 pixels is the whole entire image. Okay, so whenever you work on your image, you'll see if you go in here to inspect, nope, there's no. View image info. See, this one is 851 by 315, so it all fits in exactly perfect. Okay, and that's the reason why you want to work on that. And that, of course, is if you're designing your own graphics. Christy designed this one, and as you've seen, it needs to be moved a little bit now. It's been created for a while. Okay, so that's your image size, 851 by 315. There you have it. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing here. I'm going to take this one just for this purposes, and I'm going to copy link location. We're going to come back over here. We're going to add a cover, upload photo, and paste it right in here. Now you can go right to Google and do Facebook. Sorry, I'll do it down here. Facebook cover photos. Okay, and then come in here to images, and most of these will be pretty close. Okay. Okay, so let's say you really like this one. You can open this. Now, you got to be a little cautious with this, but it's Facebook. We share everything everywhere. You wouldn't want to put this directly on your website, but as a cover photo, as a cover image, you're pretty safe on Facebook. I wanted to open it. Here, let me save it as, and then I'll open it. And if you open this, okay, there you have it. In your Microsoft Office Picture Manager, you can come in here and you can change the size. Okay, come right in here to Picture and go to Resize, and you can change that to 815. Is that what it was? 850 by 315. 850 by 315. Click Save. Okay. Now I always lose track of where they went, so what I do is I save it again, and I find out where it went, and it went to my monster, then TPF. Okay, this will just show you real quick what you can do. Jim's site. I don't know why that happened, because I took the cover right from another cover. So let's upload a photo. My computer, monster, TPF, images. Okay, I just resized it. Why did that not work? Okay. Very interesting. Okay, so anyways, same thing here. You can take copy link location. Facebook is always challenging. You've got to really try to push through. Oops, one more thing I forgot. You can't take the image from right here. You have to go View Image. Then you can take this URL. You can take it now from here, just like you did before. Add cover, upload photo. That one's a JPG. I don't know what the other one was. Okay, now that says trendy covers on it. That's usually enough credit so that they can, they'll let you use it that way. That's not trying to prevent you from stealing it. That's actually trying to get them traffic. Okay, so it's exactly the right size, so you can't reposition it. And then you can save changes. Now let me show you a little trick too. That I learned. I'm going to go ahead and save this. That's again back in my TPF. And then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to open it. Oops. Open containing folder. Okay, now I'm going to open this with, no, I'm not. I'm going to copy it. Maybe. Let me see if I can copy it from here. I'm going to copy it from here. Now, almost everybody now has a little program called PowerPoint. I have so much stuff on this computer, but it may take me a minute to find it. Okay, PowerPoint. Now this I got from one of my mentors in watching this same kind of stuff. And we're going to take these out real quick. And we're going to paste this picture right in. Okay. Now with PowerPoint, you're not going to have all your grids and all that, so it's not going to be perfect for you. But what you have is you have a place that you can work on this image. Okay. You can come in here and you can put in a text box. And you can say, "Welcome to my page." Or you can put in the actual name of the page. So like Jim's Lessons. Okay. Now you can move this around. You can do all sorts of things with it. You can align it all different ways. You can make it bigger. You can change to any different font. Okay. Now you can also come in here and you can put in some clip art if you wanted. Okay, I don't know, I mean, clip art's clip art, you gotta find what you'd like, but you could take this, put it right through here and be like, look at that. Okay, it's a little bit weird, but okay, and you can do micro movements with your keyboard. Okay. Now, once you get this done, if you go to Google and type in Jing, J-I-N-G, there's this little capture tool. And all you got to do is Jing it. Okay, so you come in here, you line up your arrows. Okay, and if it's not exactly right, now look, it says down here what size it is. That's a little bit weird because that's not the size it was. Okay, now here's another tip too. Let's say you need it to be a little different size. You can hold down Control and use your wheel on your mouse. Oh, not at this time you can't. Okay, if you need your picture to be a different size, you can hold down Control and use your wheel on your mouse. No, can't do that anymore. Maybe not with the clip art open. There you go, because the clip art was open. Okay, so you can do this and you can resize that. Now, by resizing that in here, you can resize it when you Jing it. Okay, so now it's actually smaller. Okay, so you may have to play with that a little bit to get it 830. You know, you can see here 830. 850 was it, by 231, so you have to mess with it, or by 315 I think it was. You have to mess with it till it looks about this size, but you can take any picture that way and just pop it in to PowerPoint and have some basic editing tools, okay? And then you just capture it, share it via screencast, view it on screencast, click on it, and right here you have your URL. So you grab your URL, come back over here, change your cover, and upload a photo, paste it in here. Hope Facebook likes it. Usually likes those fairly well. Okay, so there you got it. Okay, save changes on that, and that's your new cover there. So that's pretty easy to do, and that way you don't have to have any expensive, hard to do uh, program for learning how to make images. And then you can, what I like about that too is you can go to Google and search for something, like say you want to search for a mountainside. Mountainside. Okay. Now you can come in here, view the image. Okay, this is landscape HD wallpapers picture, so you're probably not supposed to just take this. Okay, but what you can do is just take that. Okay, and then you can copy it, and you can bring it to your PowerPoint and paste it in. Okay, send this to the back. Send this back. Nope, this one we want to send to back. This one, there we go. Then we can move this around. Okay, and remember, you can change the colors. Okay, and then again, jing it, and you can capture the image. Now you can also write on these, which is something I think is really cool. Okay, you can write in here with little highlighting tools. Okay, so if you have a picture that you just want to really do some quick stuff, you can even add text in here with Jing. It's just not quite as versatile as being able to do it inside of PowerPoint. Okay, so then again, share it via screencast. I'm just zipping through these just to give you some ideas, and mostly just so you can see what it is you can do. Okay, copy that. Starting to get too many things open here. Let me start closing some of these. Actually, that can close too. Change cover. Oops, I don't want to choose photos. Don't have very many photos here yet. Upload a photo. Paste that URL in there. The URL. Hope Facebook likes it. Now, like I said, though, usually Facebook likes the Jings fairly okay. Okay, and then because we're a little off size because of using Jing, we can move it a little, but that's about it. Save that. All right, we got a new picture there. Okay, now what I want to show you is we have this new picture here. We have this new picture here. You should always come in here and add a little description, especially if you have a website. So I'll come in here and I'll put jimandchristyhall.com and then done editing. I don't know why. Push cancel, so it usually still completes that. Okay, so not sure why it's not letting me do that. You may have to wait a day to actually be able to put in a description. But
hi, thanks for calling. Leave a message after.
You want to be sure that you put in a description here. A lot of people will look at this picture and they'll comment on that picture because, as you see, well, for one, a version of it will come down here. Apparently, not all the versions, but it's right there and it's clickable, and so people will click on it. Okay. Now, that being said, you also want to come in here and do your about. Okay, and then you can come down here and do manage sections, and you can fill in all this information. And you want to try to fill in every section that you can, because every little section will give you more info. Okay, and if you make changes like this, I would come in here and check them out and see what can you add, what can you delete, things like that. Okay, so that's about it as far as the creation of your fan page. Okay, now look, it did pop up and it finally let it go through. Okay, so there it is. When you click on this, and the reason that you can do this is you can actually set this up with where you can say click here for more information, stuff like that, and then you have information right there down below. Now, as this goes down, it will go away. But here's another thing that you can do if you're into any groups, and maybe I'll show you some groups too so that you understand what I mean there. You can come in here and you can share your pictures. First, you can share your pictures with pages that you have. You can share pictures on your timeline. So a lot of times when I'm doing business, I'll do a business post in my fan page, and then I'll share it on my timeline so it looks like it's come from a more formal source, okay? Or I could share directly on a friend's timeline and just type in their name. I could share with a group. Now, a group is groups that you have joined. So, like, for instance, I'll type in internet, and a list of groups that I've joined that have the word internet in it will come up. Now I can share this directly over to that group, and it keeps a lot of the information intact. You don't have to type a lot of it over again. So I really like to do that. I recommend you join some groups, and I'll go over and show you how to do that. Okay, I have quite a few groups, and then you can join like how to make money online from home. Here's a public group with 18,000 members in it. Okay, now I'm not part of this one, probably. Okay, no, I am joined to this one. So this is one that I could go and share, and I'll do that also. Open this in a new tab and come over here. Let me see how to make good money online. So you need to know a little bit about what the name of it is, and then you go to your fan page. Now I'm going to come into Jim and Christy Hall. I'm going to scroll down to this one here. This is a blog post I did. So I'm going to share this. Just click share. And then I'm going to do it in a group, and I'm going to do how to make good money online from home. And I'm going to share that over. Okay? And that's going to pop right up in here. I'll refresh it so you can see it. So that, I shared it in there, but I shared it from Friends Making Money's site. So it looks like I'm just some person sharing some page. If I were to remake this to look a little different than, you can obviously see I'm the same person in both on this. And I would say oftentimes that's what you want to do, but if you wanted to do, say, a product or something, you may get away and put, this image may be of your product, and that would be a good way to share that over there into a group that way. So I really like how that works. That was live, so you may get to see somebody else share it back or like it or whatever, but they will then go right to my blog. Okay, so that's pretty cool. And that's kind of the whole purpose of your fan page, is to start to get fans. As you can see, I have 4,452 likes on my fan page. So I have a list here, basically, of 4,452 people at jimandchristyhall. Well, not jimandchristyhall.com, but Facebook, Jim and Christy Hall. Okay, facebook.com/jimandchristyhall, and that's my business site. So there's quite a few people following us there, and that's kind of the point, is to build up some people to talk, to be able to talk to everybody that's following you. Hopefully, same situation that you're in. You're following us for information, and hopefully this is becoming valuable to you. And I want to move over here to a little different scenario, and I want to talk about just using a fan page as a storage area. Instead of sharing your, like recipes is a big one that I found. I tend to share them because I want to hold on to them. So you can make a fan page of recipe for your recipes. And it's kind of like a favorites, but this way it will store, and then I also store other things over here, like books and stuff like that. But lately, as you see, I've been storing recipes over here because I think it's a great way to just keep track of them, and then it's not on my on your wall, and you're not disturbing your friends with your shares either, because this just goes to me this way. So that's another use that you can use your fan page for, and I think it's pretty neat that way. And then it's real simple to find this. It will be in your pages down here. That one happens to be Fans of Jim A. Hall. Okay. And as you see, I only have one like. I probably did this as a training one other time, and then I've just started putting recipes over here. Okay, so that's another use for your fan page. I like to do that. Now, I wanted to also go back into the advertising a little more and show you a little more in there. You know what? This has been a pretty long video, so why don't we leave that for tomorrow? How to advertise your fan page and how to do just a regular Facebook advertisement. Okay, so let me wrap this up for today. My name again is Jim Hall, and I am partners with my wife at jimandchristyhall.com. We really enjoy working and teaching others how to use the internet. On Fridays, we're going to be doing a live interactive webinar. We may even bring some people out and let them talk about their products or their take on what they've done with something like this. This week it's going to be Facebook themed, and you're going to be able to do a Q&A. We're going to do it, I'm not exactly sure yet this week how we'll do it, but we're going to do it probably on our fan page, and I'm going to try to have a way that you can chat with everybody. So that's that. I mean, Friday we're going to be live, and you can have your questions answered live. All right. So I hope to see you on Friday. It's good being here with you, and I'll see you soon.